Of all the bits and pieces that I've programmed, there are 6 video games fond to me. Not that they were exactly good, but they show me how I've grown.
Minotaur Maze.
My dad helped me program a simple text adventure. You move around a small maze, a 3x3x3 cube, I think, and avoid being eaten.
A Cat in Pompeii. I remade this game a dozen times. It was always the starting sprite in Scratch, a cat, which moves around a volcanic landscape to avoid red blobs. The cat can't stop moving, and when you die you have to restart the entire game. It's fun for me, but nobody else. The Adventures of Oygar.
Our family had a Turkish foreign exchange student for a year. He was a good sport, beat us at every board game, card game, and sport, and he and I talked about making a video game.
The sprite is his disembodied head, traveling a volcanic landscape, fighting mustard yellow stars and black bats while avoiding red blobs. I had a computer science major play it, and he said it was game-like, but too slow and simple. In this level, you have to figure out the non-intuitive inventory system and carefully type in the right message to equip the bomb 3 times separately and destroy this crystal. If you make a mistake, the game soft locks and you have to restart from the beginning. It's not a puzzle, it's just poorly designed. Cacophony. A small green bug in a dreary black and white landscape, avoiding red blobs to reach the glowing green exit. This game has long, empty, boring hallways and sudden bursts of difficult obstacles. If you die, you can restart from the beginning of the level. At least it's not the whole game this time. Diamond Thief.
My first and so far only 3D game, available for free on itch.io.
An invisible capsule collider solves difficult puzzles in a Russian museum.
It's pretty much a troll game, but I like some of the puzzles.
At the end, you steal a diamond. You can't really lose, so respawning isn't a problem. I always appreciate a silent, non-intrusive tutorial, so I made these somewhat cryptic pictures on the walls explaining the controls. The first player besides me was a German woman who said she had never played a video game before. Without a word of help from me, she beat it in an hour, and said she would have kept playing for another hour more if there were more levels.
What was good and bad about these games? In this video, I've only told you the memorable feedback I received. Generally, people would play my game politely and tell me they enjoyed it, but I could always tell it was boring, and either too easy or too hard. So I thought about the funnest parts of each game, and made
Don't Touch Red. Then I had 2 friends play it. The non-game dev major played it on the hard difficulty, and kept laughing and saying how fun it was. At the end of 8 levels, he gave me suggestions for further ones, and said he would have played a full-length game, if the graphics were cleaned up and there was a working save and menu system. The game dev major played it on the easy difficulty, and kept grunting and saying how everything was annoying, but he told me it had potential. I was worried it was another fake polite compliment, until he gave me extensive advice about how to build upon the basics I made.
When I was in Germany, a friend drew this little notebook for me. I use it to store advice, and I wrote down his advice in here too. I think these games were the baby cooing, shaking a rattle in its crib, and learning to crawl. Now I'm making another game. A game about complex sword fighting, complex morality, and more than 1 hour of gameplay. A game about hurting and helping. That might make a good title. The Forgotten Forest, a land of hurting and helping.
The morality aspects will come much later, when I make NPCs and dialogue and quests. That will be when the baby learns to walk. Check out a video where I play Don't Touch Red on my other channel, Jasper's Gaming Chair. There, you'll also find a devlog for the new game I'm making, tentatively named The Summoning Stone. Links in the description.
That's all I have for now. Maybe we'll cross paths again someday. Until then, God bless.